Crypto fans, how are we today? I'm Cryptomaxx. This is Cryptomaxx News. Thank you for stopping in. And oh man, it was a good day today. Honestly, I love seeing, and you don't always expect it on a Sunday, just because of, if you always look at the market's usually down on a Sunday. It starts at about 6 a.m. and then it starts picking up, but usually starts down. So anyway, love to see what was going on today. Just wanted to say that before we get started, not financial advice. I do this for education. I hope that what we do is going to serve you well. I do a lot of research, try to get you out in front of things, and that's my goal anyway. So if you can, I'm a new channel. Like, subscribe, follow. You always get my commitment back to you. I am going to research the heck out of things, and I think I find things that are interesting. And hopefully those things connect the dots into something that you might want to get out in front of on a project. Maybe get you in early. So that's the goal. All right. So, hit the like and did I say that? Like and subscribe button. Anyway, so Bitcoin actually hit 52 today, which is awesome. Love seeing it, right? It's up almost 8% on the 7-day. ETHEREUM rolling, it's doing fine. And then Cardano just kind of hanging in. It's bouncing back and forth in between that $3 and like 280 some, high 280s. And that's kind of where it's at today. I don't talk a lot about Binance Coin. Probably one of the reasons is I'm a little bit risk averse on a lot of things, just because I didn't like the regulatory things were all over everywhere. I mean, it was going kind of crazy. So I hope that settles down. I want to tell you though, a lot of people have done really well on Binance Coin. So BNB has served people well, and it's an exchange, largest in the world. There's a lot of reasons I love exchanges, and you've heard me talk about FTX for that same reason. That I'm going to talk about CRO today, actually, a little bit. So, which is crypto.com, and another one that's doing everything right. So you've got Coinbase, FTX, Binance, CRO. These are just some of the ones that I like. But anyway, I just was a little nervous about all the things going on with Binance, but they are the behemoth. Big. Would you look at that? XRP broke that little mark that everybody was trying to target, like 131, 132, breaking that. And now you're talking about people looking at the next, 140, 151. So, and these are some of the more analyst chart guys, but I tell you what, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm fine. And again, not financial advice, but I went and I picked up more. So you don't have to buy at 52 or 60 or 70 in order to make XRP a value long term, because when it comes down to it, my own personal opinion, XRP, again, when I talk about the lid coming off, I'm talking about all the price suppression from the SEC, all the bad press. But also think about it for a second. I do a lot of TikTok on XRP. You know how many times in the comments people are asking, where can I buy it? And just think about that for a second. If all of a sudden, overnight, all the major exchanges, because it's the number 6 token. Okay, think about that. Number 6. And people are asking, where can I get it? When that question is no longer asked and they can just go get it, imagine what's going to happen. And I want you to think about that for a second if you're not an XRP fan yet. I hope you become one. I'm a super fan. And again, I'm not telling you what to go do with your money, and never would. But I'm just telling you why I love it. And some of the other things, I tell you what, I get pretty pumped up. So doing awesome. 18% on the 7-day. Solana's still crushing it. I've talked about Solana. You've heard me talk about them. And then I want to go to, you know what? Litecoin drove me crazy for so long because it was like they were dormant, like never heard anything. And I finally got out of my positions on Litecoin. I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm moving to a faster horse, as one of the people I follow says a lot. And I did, and it served me well. But again, okay, I want to tell you about this. I had heard about an 800-day average or low on an average between Chainlink and Ethereum. So I just want you to give this some thought. I went out, I picked up some Chainlink because of that. It just seemed to make way too much sense that because Chainlink is so connected with Ethereum, if Ethereum starts rising but Chainlink is staying down low, all of a sudden, right, if this thing starts kind of playing catch up, it would make sense that you would start seeing this increase. And sure enough, it has kind of paid off. So I like the reasoning behind it. And so a lot of times when I hear these things, I try to connect it, try to look and see if is this going to make fundamental sense in order for me to kind of, put a little position in there. So, all right. Oh, VeChain. A lot of these ones I'm talking about, I've got positions in, and they're doing well. Look at VeChain. All right. So VeChain is a supply chain technology, and everything supply chain. Yes, they're going to be big. It's just a matter of how much of the market can they capture, and really where are they going to rise to. I think they've been a slow mover, but a lot of people love them, and I really love what they do. It's just how fast is it going to move? Stellar, again, XLM doing well. It's moving. But everything is green, right? Look at FTX. I told you about FTA. I wish I would have gotten into Aave. So, there's a guy on TikTok, huge Aave fan, and there's only so many times. You can only spread yourself so thin. And again, my strategy was kind of collapse my portfolio a little bit. Wanted to really fall within the top 10, 20 tokens. And that was my goal. So I did kind of back out of positions. And then as I've done well, because the dip really, I mean, if you want to see everybody's portfolio did, but it's kind of come back, right? And now I've been able to put in and saw myself free of saying, all right, I'm gonna go, put some positions in some altcoins here that'll take off. Crypto.com, CRO. Another reason, see again, and it's another exchange. They're doing a great job at doing advertising. They signed a deal with, was it the UFC? I think so, and they've got a few more deals out there. I think they're doing things right. Personally, I love their app, but I don't love their fees. So take that for what it's worth. But I think they do a fantastic job for entry-level people going in. I would prefer if somebody was going to go and like from a beginner standpoint, just starting out on crypto, go into Coinbase. It's probably a low fee, easy to use. They'll actually pay you to do some research, and you can get some free crypto that way. True story. So Quant. Yes, I have a position in Quant. And it's so much fun to watch these things move, right? And there's a whole deal about Quant. And basically what Quant does is Quant is going to be that that connection point to all the other ledgers, right? All these other ledgers going to be interoperable. And I tell you what, Quant, I don't think they're going to slow down. Well, until the dip happens, and then it'll slow down. Okay. I love seeing my XRP move around the world. And the other night I saw this. I do the whale alert on Twitter. And so if you ever want to see what's going on and you want to see, hey, what's going in, how many dollars are moving around, whale alert is pretty cool on Twitter. So if you want to subscribe to that. But 373 million XRP. Ripple received over 200 million XRP from anonymous wallet and helped several crypto exchanges transfer 155 more, right? Million more. Anytime I see that kind of movement, it usually, something's coming. 132. Something's coming. Okay, so I did a TikTok and YouTube short on SBI, and just a little bit about the way that the ODL works. And I don't know if you saw that. If you stopped in for that reason, great. But hopefully it was a pretty good little short on how the transfer happens. Basically, you go from a wallet into, and I wish I would have had that up. I don't want to jump around because I want to stay on task here. So anyway, starts out as fiat, Japanese yen. I'll just give you an example. Japanese yen here goes into the ledger, converts into XRP, goes back into a little hot wallet, and this starts in Japan. Now all of a sudden you take the hot wallet, you transfer it back through the ledger, lands on the other side where they have another connection point in the Philippines in this case, but it comes out as the Filipino peso. That, in essence, is how XRP works, if you weren't aware. So I'll try to talk to people who are new and just give you an understanding a little bit better. Here is how tuned in SBI is. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't notice, this is the same SBI that just launched the first fund in Japan ever in crypto. And they announced it. They're launching it in December. So, and that is Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. So now they are a Ripple partner, but they see the future hardcore. Take a look at this, right? These are the initiatives for financial products and services. Security tokens. Now we know those. It's interesting because we know them really as non-fungible tokens, right? NFTs. You heard a lot about it. When do you hear security token? But in Asia, or at least in Japan, this is what they kind of separated it out. And I believe it's the security token and transfer of asset piece. I'll explain that, or I'll show you where that comes up. That is much more around physical assets and the transfer of ownership, whether that, I guess you could be a vehicle, it could be obviously real estate, because I know that that's going on. So I think that that's kind of the thing that that my mind goes to immediately when we start thinking about these things. So pretty cool, distinguishing, moniker, I guess, the ST versus NFT. And then decentralized finance, central bank digital currency, we talked about that today. Crypto asset inclusion funds. Well, we just talked about that, right? Because they just announced launching one. So this is and it's funny because this was actually in July 29th was when this was printed. So they're actually telling you, hey, look what we got coming up, right? We're going to launch this thing. And they only announced that just 2 days ago. So pretty cool. And then they just talk about their research institute. But let me scroll down to a piece that I thought was really kind of cool. All right, so this is the history of fintech a little bit. And you see down here, you got finance and IT. And that was kind of at its origin. You were blending the two. And then all of a sudden it went on to fintech 1.5. And now all of a sudden you're trying to integrate all your customers into an online, know your customer a little bit more, get them more involved. The better integrated you are with the customer, longer retention, and you can grow that customer over a lifetime, right? So that was the idea there. And then now you see this is where they're going. Fintech 2, it's digital finance ecosystem with blockchain as the core technology. The core technology. And again, when people ask me or say crypto is a joke or it's this, like, have you people lost your minds? You just don't understand, do you? Okay, so right down here, and they kind of lay it out. Artificial intelligence, big data, Internet of Things, robotics, and blockchain. And that's where they see this thing going. And then here, I just thought this was a really cool quadrant of summing up crypto, if you will, right? This is the security token. This is, token offering, right? STO. And then you've got the decentralized finance, the CBDCs over here, and then NFTs. But this section right here, the yellow and the blue, again, it's almost like a regional thing, because right now over here, what you're hearing mainly is just NFTs. When do you really hear security token offering? You don't hear it as much, right? Not here. So I wonder if they're just laying, and I love the fact that they're laying out that way, because to me it's much more of a physical asset that you're attaching the security token to, whereas an NFT, even though it can be a physical asset, it is, to me, it's much more of a digital asset on the blockchain. And so to me, that's a good distinguishing fact. I thought I'd stop right there. I don't want to kill the day, but I wanted to just kind of go over a couple things. I thought it was fun. I'm going to continue to dive into this document a little bit more. SBI Group, phenomenal partner of Ripple. Obviously, we want to see them just thrive and just explode, but they are a key partner in Asia. So massive. They're a behemoth in Japan, but they're really a huge hub to connect to the world, especially in Asia there. So thanks for stopping in. Like, subscribe, follow. I'll be back tomorrow.